We have to win this election, most important election ever. We want a landslide that's too big to rig. If you want to save America, get your friends, get your family, get everyone you know, and vote. Vote early, vote absentee, vote on election day. I don't care how, but you have to get out and vote. And again, Christians, get out and vote just this time. You won't have to do it anymore. 4 more years, you know what? It'll be fixed, it'll be fine. You won't have to vote anymore, my beautiful Christians. I love you, Christians. I'm a Christian. I love you. Get out. You got to get out and vote. In 4 years, you don't have to vote again. We'll have it fixed so good you're not going to have to vote.
Okay, so you heard that. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rachak, Wadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. And the title of this lesson is going to be, Was America Ever a God-Fearing Country? M.A.G.A, right? So both of those statements are with, both of those are questions, rather. Okay? And the reason I have M.A.G.A as a question, M.A.G.A stands for Make America Great Again. Well, what do you constitute as great? Was it great in righteousness, or was it great in wickedness? I would say it was great in wickedness, as also would say the scriptures, you know, based upon the things that they've done to attain this country, you know, and the type of laws that they uphold in this country and upheld in this country were not biblical laws. Okay, some of them were tied to the Bible, or loosely tied to the Bible. They still weren't exactly tied to the Bible, but some of them were loosely tied to the Bible. They were closer to the Bible going back in that time, but at the same time they were pulling up the Bible. You know, they were burning innocent people. You know, they were making the people of the indigenous people, they were stealing their land. Okay, which they're Israelites. That's a whole nother story. Okay, they would wait till the men go out to war, and then they would kill the women and children. So there was a lot of wickedness that we can't even begin to tell you in one video, right, that they've done, right, to establish this nation. You know, how they dealt with the so-called Negro, which is the kingdom of Judah, right, what they did to them, you know, throwing them off the boats on the way here. You know, if they deemed them to be, you know, basically unfit to work or whatever the case may be, they would shoot them off the boat. You know, and make sure that they chained them up so that they would die. They wouldn't have a chance to survive. Feeding, dead people to other slaves. These are different things that are documented. You know, alligator bait. They were using babies as alligator bait, right? So-called black babies. So there's a lot of things that they were doing. Like I said, we can't begin to state it in just one video. But as you can see here, Donald Trump is putting on the act of being a Christian, you know? And it's just that. It's an act, right? And it's not just Donald Trump that's putting on the act. Kamala Harris is also putting on the act. Okay, Joe Biden is putting on an act. These are all actors playing a role as a psyop upon you people. Okay, he doesn't have faith in the Most High. These are all Satanists. Okay, but they'll have you believe that they do believe in the scriptures, right? Which is all false, which is all lies. So, Salakia, for the long introduction, I want to tackle one particular point. And the point is based upon these treaties that were broken. I want to start with this. It says from 1778 to 1871, the United States government entered into more than 500 treaties with the Native American tribes. All of these treaties have since been violated in some way or outright broken by the U.S. government, with Native Americans and First Nations peoples still fighting for their treaty rights in federal, pretty sure it says court. But the point is this, in federal courts and at the United Nations, right? And the reason why they're not really paying attention to you like that is because you are also Israelites. Okay, so there's no other nations don't want to help us, okay, us being the Israelites. So anyways, the point is this: they broke over 500 treaties. This is not godly behavior. This is not the behavior that the Heavenly Father accepts. As a matter of fact, the true Israelites, which is us, okay, when you go back to the ancient world, even those Canaanites, right? We made a covenant with the Heavenly Father. Did not allow us to break that covenant, right? When Saul broke the covenant, the Heavenly Father put a curse upon us. That's to show you how serious the Heavenly Father looks at covenants. Okay, He's not into covenant breaking. He won't break His covenant. So why would He want His people to break their covenants? That is a wicked, evil practice. It's very deceitful. It's very serpentine. The Heavenly Father is not with that. But your forefathers, right, speaking to you Edomites, these so-called Christians, they were masters at breaking covenants. And they thought that the Most High was with them. Okay? Let's go to... This is Romans 1. In verse, I'll start at verse 28. It says, and even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, the Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient, right? Being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, right? This place promotes nothing but fornication. It always push nothing but fornication, whether it be spiritual fornication, right, by pushing out false gods, the Roman Catholic Church with all their idols, the Jesus the Christ, that in itself is an idol, and they try to tie that to the Bible. That white Jesus, that's an idol. Okay, you understand? The Christmas tree, Christmas, that's idol worship. That goes back to idol worship. The Easter bunny, that goes back to the goddess Ishtar. All these things are the American way, which is spiritual fornication. Now, dealing with the adultery, right, that they promote in their music, and they're allowed to be promoted. They push that forth, right? That's physical fornication, which means adultery. Okay, meaning a man slaying with another woman that's not his own. That's not his. That's another man's wife, rather, and a woman laying with someone else that's not her husband. Matter of fact, the slave owners would sleep with, the slaves' wives, whether they were married or not. And these were supposed to be Christians as well. So I ask you again, when was America great? And that was a normal practice. Because Jake, we didn't have the power to come up, court wouldn't hear our appeal. Okay? We were powerless at that time. You see? It says wickedness, covetousness. All right? Well, you should know what covetousness is. You coveted this land and you stole it. Okay? You stole it brutally through the sword. Okay? Tell me, was that righteous? Because the Most High never commanded you to do that. Don't tell, what about the Israel? The Most High commanded us through the prophets. The Most High never commanded you all to do that. And you're not even His people. And you did that, by the way. Matter of fact, you did that to His people. So you have a lot to pay for, man. It says maliciousness. Oh, yeah. Right? The blankets. Remember the blankets? And that's just a small incident. Full of envy. Oh, yeah. Murder. Yep. Debate. Deceit. Malignity. Whisperers. Backbiters. Oh, there's backstabbers. Okay? Backstabbers. Backstabbers. Smile in your face. Whole time they want to take your place. Yeah, that's Esau. Okay? Haters of the Most High. Despiteful. Proud. Boast. Oh, hey, man. The proud, the Marines. America's the proudest nation there is. Right? Right? Her look was more stout than her fellows. Right? That's the prophecy of America. It says boasters, inventors of evil things. Oh, man. Disobedient to parents, without understanding. Covenant breakers. Right? This is the topic that we're at. But all those things fit these American Edomites and these Americans in general, because, Jake has now been sucked in and poisoned by the ways of these Edomites. Although Jake was wicked from before, but these Edomites are the embodiment of wickedness, right? Covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful. Oh my goodness, you Edomites were completely unmerciful, and are completely unmerciful. Matter of fact, you got Jake, so-called black truck drivers getting put to death right now in these certain of these towns. And it's happening very frequently. I just did a video on that. Who, knowing the judgment of the Most High, that they which commit such things are worthy of death. Not only do the same, but have pleasure in them that do them. Right. Now, going to that topic, the Lord mentioned how you have pleasure in people that do this wickedness. Like, matter of fact, you give days to these people. Christopher Columbus, Kit, what's his name? Kit Watson or something like that. All these mass unalivers, these sick, merciless people, you give days to. All right, let's go to the Psalms. Let's go to the Psalms, right? Because this describes you Edomites, which are the wicked, perfectly. This is Psalms 50 in verse 16. It says, "But unto the wicked the Most High saith, What hast thou to do to declare my statutes? And that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth." Why are you taking up the Bible? Why is Trump holding up the Bible? Why are all these people holding up, these wicked Edomites holding up the Bible? That's what the Heavenly Father is saying here. Why are you taking my covenants in your mouth? Seeing thou hatest instruction. See, you don't follow the things that I say to do. You hate my instruction. And castest my words behind thee. So even when they were coming here with the Bible, they weren't coming here in the spirit of the Bible. They were coming here in the spirit of Satan. Okay? Just like now, they're coming in the spirit of Satan, but they're using the Bible to act like they're holy when they're not. Okay? It says, "When thou sawest a thief, then thou consentest with him, and hast been partakers with adulterers. Thou givest thy mouth to evil, and thy tongue frameth deceit." And I mentioned how you consentest to thieves, right? Christopher Columbus, and we could stay here all day naming the thieves amongst you Edomites that have came in and destroyed and pillaged the earth. And you praise these people. You're proud of this stuff. A lot of you Edomites. Okay? And this is how America was established. Right? So I ask you again, when was America great? And great in what? Because based upon the evidence I'm showing, it's great in wickedness. Right? Let me get a couple more scriptures on this point, and I'll move to another point that I want to make. This is Deuteronomy 19 and 14. This is the laws of God. This is the laws of the Most High. says, thou shalt not remove thy neighbor's landmark, which they of old time have set in thine inheritance. Right. So when you stole the land, what happened was you removed your neighbor's landmark. Okay. Which thou shalt inherit in the land that Yahweh thy power giveth thee to possess it. Okay. Which this was dealing with the removal of landmarks, removal of what? Of people's lands. Right. That is against the scriptures. Right? You can say, oh, the Canaanites. Well, guess what? That was set up for us in the spirit. All right. And the heavenly, and that was an exception because that was set up. That was our land set up from the beginning because that's the land he promised to Abraham. Okay. That, so, hey, that was our land already in the spirit. Okay. And the Heavenly Father commanded us, by the way, to do that thing through his prophets. But guess what? He told us don't take certain other lands. He said, leave the land of the Edomites, leave the land of this person, leave the land, because that's their land. Right? So even there we had boundaries. Right? It says Deuteronomy 27:17. It says, cursed be he that removeth his neighbor's landmark. So you Edomites are cursed. And all the people shall say Amen. Right? It says, remove, this is Proverbs 22:28. Remove not the ancient landmark which thy fathers have set. Okay, so this is all scriptural. This is all in the scriptures. But you did not adhere to this stuff. Okay. Let me get one more dealing with this particular topic. This is Numbers 35 and 33. Used to bring this out all the time. Every time I came out to camp, I used to bring this out. Okay, this is Numbers 35 and 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land. This land is defiled by blood. Okay. And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. Defile not therefore the land which ye shall inhabit, wherein I dwell. For I, Yahweh, dwell among the sons or the children of Israel, which that word would be sons in the Hebrew. Okay, so if you defile the land, guess what? The only way by blood, the only way the lands can be cleansed is by the shedding of that blood, which is vengeance, which is righteous justice. Vocab alone, that's righteous justice. Okay, that's how you set everything back into balance. Another point I want to make: you got them people, them small hats, which y'all support, which y'all are America's is at the hip with them. Right? You got these guys. Matter of fact, where's BB? Where's BB at? Right? Where he at? Let's take a look at these guys, man. Look at this guy. This is not a man of the most. The Heavenly Father is not speaking through this man. Okay, nor any of his counselors. Okay, this is one of these. This is a devil. Okay, point blank. Period. And he doesn't believe in the scriptures. Okay, he doesn't believe in the Most High. He's not dealing with the Heavenly Father. He pulls out the scriptures. He pulls out the Bible when it suits his narrative to rouse up you simple-minded Christians. But he doesn't really believe in the Bible. First of all, according to the laws of the Bible, he's supposed to deal with the Torah, right? According to the Torah, a man is supposed to have a beard on his face. Hold on, let's get that law. Why do you think us as the Hebrews lie? Why do you think we always have beards on our face? Because it's part of the law, right? Leviticus 19. It's either 19 or 17. Let's see. Okay. Nope, gotta be 17 then. Okay. Boom, boom. It says, let's see. Is that 17? Okay, let's do this. Okay, so it was 19. I just didn't. I guess I was glancing through it too quickly. Okay, this is Leviticus 19 in verse 27. It says, "Ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shalt thou mar the corner of thy beard." So in other words, you're not supposed to get a lineup, right? And right, that's a cut to some of you Israelite groups, and you're definitely not supposed to take off your beard. That's for sure. Okay, you're always supposed to have a beard on your face. Okay, if you can't even destroy the corners, of course you can't take off the whole beard. But now let's look at Bibi. Bibi. All right, let's look at him. Where's the beard on his face, man? Huh? Nah, man, he's not following the Torah, and that's just a simple law. But he's not following the Torah. Okay. Listen. Like the elder Require Crum brought out already. Listen, this was established. First of all, it's a secular state. Okay, it's a state that's not dealing with the laws of the Bible. They have freaky lifestyle people parades, the biggest freaky lifestyle people parades out there in the land of Tel Aviv. Okay. That alone should tell you they're not following the laws of the scriptures. And that's even in the New Testament, it speaks against that. Now, when it was established, this particular land, it was established, the state, not the land, but the state, meaning these people going over there, it was established by atheists, ultimately occultists, all right, who didn't believe in the Most High. You see what I'm saying? Was it Ben Gurion and them dudes, if I'm not mistaken? So guess what? How is this the Most High's doing? And how is the Most High with these people? And how is he with America if they're doing everything contrary to the scriptures? And if you have eyes to see, you could clearly see these are not the people of the scriptures. These are not the true descendants of the Israelites. That was just a way for them to get in the land, to justify them getting in the land. Anyways, and that's a whole nother story, and I'm not trying to get into that. The point is, the Lord is not dealing with the way this place was established, the wickedness of America. The way America was established, the way Canada was established, the way London was established, the way, all of these places they established through wickedness. They didn't establish it through righteousness, man. Okay? Now, this is what I was talking about, man. This is about the Gibeonites, right? This is 2 Samuel 21:1. It says, "Then there was a famine in the days of David 3 years, year after year. And David inquired of Yahweh. And Yahweh answered, It is for Saul and for his bloody house, because he slew the Gibeonites. And the king called the Gibeonites and said unto them, Now the Gibeonites were not the children of Israel, but of the remnant of the Amorites." So they were Hamites, they were heathens. Some of the people the Heavenly Father told them to destroy. And the children of Israel back then, right? And the children of Israel had sworn unto them, and Saul sought, right? They swore, meaning what? They made a covenant with them, right? A treaty with them, right? And Saul sought to slay them in his zeal to the sons of Israel and Judah, right? Which, right? Because he was warned with other Hamites. He said, "Let me destroy them too," which was wicked because they made a covenant with them, right? This is to show you how important the Lord looks at covenants, right? And what he did here was he made a famine come upon the land for that reason for 3 years. So the Lord is not with you devils on what you've done. The Lord is he has a judgment prepared for you. The reason why he judged David and them right away is because he loves us. We're his people. So he's not going to allow us to build up too much wickedness before he judges us, and then we gotta adjust, right? We gotta go through some punishment and we have to adjust. He's not gonna allow us to do too much. But the wicked, you Edomites, you've been doing wickedness. You're doing all kind of wickedness in the land right now for decades, man. The Most High didn't judge you yet, man. But guess what? We're coming to that time, the finale of judgments. All right. So you have to understand what the scriptures is all about, and how America is not spoken about good, and this is not spoken well of in this according to the scriptures. Now, how did the men of war, how did the kings, right? How did they decide whether they were going to go to war? I'm talking about the Israelite kings. How did they decide whether they were going to go to war? They went to the prophets. Okay? That's who told us as a nation if we should go to war or not. Who are their prophets? They don't have any prophets, man. Okay? And I'm going to prove to you that it was the prophets. Which I could do that, but I want to read this first. I'm going to show you this first. And then I'm going to get something. This is Luke 1:70. It says, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets. Matter of fact, let's go up a bit. Let's go. Luke 1:68. It says, blessed be the Lord power of Israel, right? For he hath visited and redeemed his people, and hath raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets. So he speaks through his prophets. That's the point. Which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us. Right. And he's getting ready to do that again. He's getting ready to save us from our enemies. But the point is, he speaks through the mouth of his prophets. Let's go to the Chronicles. This is the Chronicles. This is 2 Chronicles 18:1. It said, now Jehoshaphat had riches and honor in abundance, and joined affinity with Ahab. And after certain years went down to Ahab. This particular point. Okay, let's go to verse 4. It says, and Jehoshaphat said unto the king of Israel, or Jehoshaphat said unto the king of Israel, inquire, I pray thee, of Yahweh today. So he said they require of the Lord today. Therefore, the king of Israel gathered together of prophets 400 men. So when he wanted to inquire of the Lord, who did he speak to? He spoke to the prophets. So if they were being sent by the Lord was behind these people. He would have prophets that would be able to instruct them into going to war. That includes America, okay? That includes anybody. Right? If the Lord was speaking to them to do this and was with them, he would have prophets to tell them to do it. Prophets that he's dealing with. Right? They don't have prophets behind them. They have secular, wicked people that don't really follow the scriptures. Okay? And said unto them, shall we... Matter of fact, the true religious people in that, they're really actually against the government. The ones that are actually religious, the Orthodox and all that, they're actually against the government. Okay, and said unto them, shall we go to Ramoth Gilead to battle, or shall I forbear? And they said, go up, for the Most High will deliver it into the king's hand. Right, so this is how we went up to war. We didn't just go up to war and do what we wanted to do. Okay, we acquired, the kings inquired of the prophets. Right, because the prophets is really the most important people on the planet Earth. Okay. Because those are the men, the men of the Most High. Let's go to how would I say this? Let's go to the War Advisor, if that's the correct title, to see who advises them. I don't see anything on that. Change war. Let's see. I don't want to go on this guy's name. I want to go to who is this guy's war? Who gives him his counsel? I'm just curious to see who his counselor is. psychiatrists unalive themselves. Damn. Okay. Damn. What kind of things was he telling her or him? But anyways, I don't see anything on his advisors, but they have particular. Okay, let's go to the American War Council or whatever. I don't know the correct term for it. But the true counselors, if they were counselor of war, if they were truly if they truly were sent by the Lord was dealing with them, they would have prophets as counselors. It says General Wallace M. Greene Jr. became the 23rd commandment of the Marine Corps on 1st of January 1964. Official U.S. Marine Corps photo. Okay. This is not the correct term I'm looking for, but guaranteed, if you look up any of those of their advisors, my goodness gracious, I don't know why I saw something. I figured something would pop up. Advisor, right? National Security Advisor of the United States. Oh, this guy. Okay, Assistant to the President for National Security Affairs. All right, so he's like one of their advisors. Okay. No beard on his face. Okay? No beard on his face. All right? You know he's not following the scriptures. Okay? I'm sure he eats pork, shrimp, everything in the book. Right? You know, hey man, listen, man. He's not a prophet. You can clearly see he's not a prophet. So the prophets are not they don't have prophets as counselors, man. So the Lord is not dealing with them. Okay? The Lord is not dealing with them. So if you don't understand that, you really don't understand the scriptures, and you're really not, you don't have a spiritual eye. Your spiritual eyes are closed. Okay? So the question is, was America ever great? Right? Was America ever great? And or was America ever God-fearing, rather? Was America ever God-fearing, right? And what does make America great again mean? So with that, Lord willing, this is edifying to the elect, and I'll say shalom.